McLaren, they make such crazy cars, both street cars and race cars, and this car is even crazier because it's got, well, you can see Tim's looking at it, an angle kit.
That's a lot of angle.
It's a lot of angle, especially for a race car, because these actually are given less angle than a street car for road racing, and now he's gone the complete opposite way with this thing.
Now it has way more angle than stock.
What do you think of seeing this thing slide around? Is it cool, or is it a little like...
It's so cool because it's like foreign, and it looks like it shouldn't be doing it.
It shouldn't be doing it. It's not that it shouldn't be, it actually shouldn't be. Speaking of McLarens, where is the 720 GTR? Well, it's still at Gintani, and Alex is expecting us. So I called him, I said, bro, we gotta give the audience something. We gotta give them an update. And he said, bro, you come on up. I don't know if that's a good Alex impression, but
It's close enough.
He's feeling a little under the weather. He's getting over a bit of a flu, but he is at the shop. He was stoked when I sent him photos of this thing, but I wanna go and see my thing, which is a 720 GTR 101. Now, before I go, my crazy shouldn't be drifting supercar, the twin turbo F12, it needs an alternator belt.
Yes.
Is
it here?
It's on its way.
Okay, I know.
We're waiting for Amazon. Amazon's bringing me a new alternator belt from the goofy little car that it's from, somewhere in Europe, in the Netherlands or something like that. So it should arrive today, but what do we need to do? Put it up on the lift so you can do that while I'm gone?
It would make it a lot easier.
Let's
that
do
would
it.
be appreciated.
Let's go ahead, put it up on the lift.
So much fluid on the windshield!
Dude, look at the windscreen. It is covered.
We're not supposed to really move it that cold, but we don't have a choice because there's no battery left.
Tim.
Well, you guys, you see the pulley down there with no belt on it?
That is what we want to solve the problem of, so that I can actually drive it for longer than like 1 or 2 minutes. And then what we're gonna do is actually find a solution to that. So Adam LZ was here and he was saying that he has an idea of how he can very easily and quickly solve that problem. It's just gonna involve a little quick scan, a redesign, make a custom pulley, potentially even change the alternator itself, because at the end of the day, he said, well, how does it run when the pulley's on? It runs fine? I said, no, to be honest, with everything on, it's still drawing too much power. And he said, okay, well, let's just solve this problem once and for all. So he has something in mind. He works with a team, builds race cars. So I think that's what we're gonna do. In order to do that though, I'm probably gonna need to ship said twin turbo F12 to the LZ compound in Florida. That way we can also tackle some of the other unfinished items on this car that Mike never got around to, like these side windows, this rear window piece, you know, door panels, honestly, are something I'd like to have. I'd actually honestly like to have a dash. I mean, this just looks really janky the way that it's currently set up. So getting a dash put in here, plus there's a few other little items around the car, and we just need a race team like Adam or someone to be able to help us out with that. So maybe going to Florida would be a fun thing. I think just getting out of California in general. Obviously sliding this thing around the LZ compound would be pretty freaking epic. And I can only get better spending more time drifting and practicing around other pro level drifters. On that, we also need Nate Hamilton to come out to California. I'm just waiting for the BMW drift car to get finished at Protective Film Solutions with delivery. Then we're gonna fly Nate out and we're gonna spend some time in that car, get some pro tips from Nate. And then eventually I am gonna go to Texas as well. So I have lots of plans, just sometimes there are things that come up that we need to handle here at the HQ before we can leave for a week or two on the road to do certain, you know, projects and have fun. But we are getting there. So let me know what you guys think. Send the twin turbo F12 to Florida to the LZ compound and get this thing finally wrapped up. Then the last piece of the puzzle is I am diligently working on the body kit. It's just unfortunately not a quick process, you guys. I mean, the body kit realistically, because I would honestly like to do it in a full exposed carbon fiber. If I do full exposed carbon fiber, which this Ferrari probably deserves, it's like a 10-month project. So I just want you guys to know, get you guys to get your hopes up that this car is gonna have a wide body kit on it, like anytime really soon. I'm going to get that update. You and Guy can work on that front room. Hopefully this is done when I get back.
Hopefully if the belt shows up.
Only be a few hours.
Okay.
Guys, welcome to 2025. I know, it's already been a crazy couple of weeks, and I just wanted to check in on you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Although it's been a little bit rough these last couple of weeks, one good thing is you can make your new year better by having better habits. Thankfully, today's sponsor, Fume, can help with that. This is the Fume. It is a flavored air device that draws flavor to your mouth and not your lungs. It has satisfying clicks, snaps, and it satisfies that oral fixation. If you're used to vapor, the flavor might not be as strong as you're used to. However, Fume won't leave you in a hospital bed. Fume can be compared to more as a herbal tea versus vapor, which I would compare more so to a sticky soda. And don't worry about it, you won't get bored because there's a ton of flavors. My personal favorite is orange vanilla. It's super simple to put it in. You just pop it open, get a cartridge, open the Fume, and then just slide it in, pop on the cover. Fume fills the void a bad habit can leave. Fume is not a vape. It can be used as an alternative to vaping or quitting vaping. They also got a ton of other flavors such as crisp mint, raspberry lemon, sparkling grapefruit. There's a ton of flavors to choose from. Whatever you want, they probably have it. Fume's design is also about more than just flavor. It's an awesome fidget tool with magnets and clicks that help calm anxiety. Premium quality, sleek design, and it's perfect to take with you on the go. There's no vapor, so you can use it anywhere. There's no nicotine, so it's not addictive. Non-toxic flavors, so it's a guilt-free alternative. There's no batteries, so you'll never have to charge it. It's also a third of the cost of your bad habit. Multiple third-party toxicology reports and studies have been done of the plant compounds that Fume uses in their cores, and they are committed to always funding more research. Fume has already helped over 300,000 people build better habits. Try Fume today, and if you order the Journey Pack now using my code tryfume.com/DDE, you'll get a free Fume topper and awesome accessory to level up your experience. Go to tryfume.com/DDE or scan the QR code on screen.
Blue skies yet again. Hopefully they dry up what's left of the rain from the weekend and the puddles so that we can have some more fun with the new Gymkhana style block setup we have with the new drift trailer. Everybody who's been here is freaked out about that. Adam loves it. Dylan Hughes was here, who's a pro drifter, our friends from Japan. So I'm really honored. I think it's really cool that for the first real obstacle, everyone's super stoked about it. So it can only get better and more elevated, the skill level from here. Into the SVJ we go. It's appropriate we take a Gintani exhaust car to Gintani. She's a thirsty V12. We definitely need to get some fuel before we make this road trip all the way up to Simi Valley. Now, if you don't know where that is from my shop, it's far. So I gotta get that quick top up on some fuel, you guys. We have about an hour drive. Man, this thing's gonna suck it back. I'm gonna be here for a minute. It's all good. Everybody wants to take photos with the SVJ. Yeah, it looks like a Hot Wheel, doesn't it?
This is sponsored by.
How much to fill up? That's a good question. I'll tell you in a minute.
Oh, you gonna see?
I'm not sure. It's still going. I'm at 50 bucks. 59. But it wasn't completely out.
You have a good day.
You too, man. Take care, guys. I'll give you a bit of sound, and before you know it, we'll be at Gintani. Home of the Flame Tune. You guys are loving the SVJ. So much love on the freeway today. It's crazy. People just pull up and start yelling at me on the side of the road. It's so much love. Thank you. Just passing downtown LA as we speak, and of course, traffic.
One eternity later.
What a drive. We finally made it. Back at Gintani. I'm gonna pull up right here. I actually see exactly what we came to get an update on. Ooh. Front and center. Let's go have a chat. Oh, you guys. When I see it, it's one of those things, like out of sight, out of mind. We get busy. We're all working our faces off. But when I see this car, it is also one of my all-time favorite projects I've ever done on the channel. Look, the SVJ is sick, it's nuts, but it's like, it's factory Lamborghini. Yeah, I put some wheels on it and a wrap and exhaust. This is truly like my vision from day one. And the livery, damn. I forgot how good the livery looks in person. It looks so freaking good. Now we need a motor, some turbos, some boost, as Alex would say, as we'll get him to say it on camera, some boost. When this thing's back on the road, menace to society. That's all I'm gonna say, menace to society. You're not dodging the camera. You're not dodging the camera.
How are you?
You're not dodging. I'm good, thank you. It's good to see this thing. Makes me smile. How close can I get? You're sick, right? Is everybody sick in here now? Did Alex make everybody sick?
I passed it on to most of the guys, but I'm
You
better
passed it on?
Yeah.
Dude, that's savage.
I've been up since Wednesday.
That's crazy. Oh, family money. I like it. Okay, how you doing?
I'm alright.
Other than the sickness, everything's good?
Better, yeah.
You should try to get a few cars in here.
Yeah, I know, I don't have enough.
Damn. Full house right now.
Yeah.
How's it going with this? So what's the plan with the Revolto? Let's talk about that for a sec before we move on to that.
The Revolto.
Because I'm interested in this because I have an update on my Revolto, which I'll reveal in a different video, but we need to talk about this platform.
Well, Revolto's back apart because we're putting all the turbo stuff back on. So I've had
So your plan is to turbo this car?
We were 80% through turboing the car, and then obviously we're working on cracking the factory ECUs.
All right.
So
everybody's working on that.
I missed driving my car, so I made the guys put it back together so I could drive it for a few weeks.
Yeah.
So I drove it for a couple weeks, and now
Tear it down.
We have the factory ECUs out. As you can see, they're not in the car. One goes on that
I wouldn't
side.
know where they go. So where do they normally sit in this car?
There on the bottom. I see the plugs.
Right down here?
Yeah, one on that side and one on the other side.
That's the factory. That's interesting. They put it like, obviously there's a wheel liner, but it's like right in front of the rear wheel.
It's right underneath there.
Look how beautiful and brand new these ceramic brakes are.
Yeah. I mean, I've been beating them up, but not.
Well, the front's probably more than the rears, but I mean, like, these look freaking brand new and they're like a mere finish. They're absolutely gorgeous. Man, when ceramic brakes first came out, they were like $40,000 option.
Yeah, not anymore.
Now they're like, what, 10?
Yeah, it's like when the first flat screen TV came out. It was like 60 grand, you know?
Yeah.
Now you can buy one for 800 bucks.
Yeah, at Costco.
Yeah.
And return it after like 4 years. You can take it back and get the new one.
They give you a free
They
upgrade.
give you the new one.
Yeah.
So you're gonna turbo this?
Well, yeah, the ECUs are out. We're actually in the middle of messing with the processor right now to unlock it. Hopefully in the next week or so, I'll be able to start messing with it tuning-wise. Other than that, the intake manifold's done. We're gonna move some stuff around because our intake manifold's so big. So
This is wide, right?
it's huge, yeah. It's got 3,000 horsepower worth of core built into it, and we don't want to use the factory intake manifold because it's plastic. Even though this intake manifold is a lot stronger and a lot nicer build quality than the one that's on the SVJ, on the Aventador.
previous?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot nicer, a lot thicker material. It's glued together better. It's
That's
cool.
good that they're improving things.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer on this one. But
One can hope, right?
Yeah.
One can hope.
we're getting rid of that shit. Don't use it, so we'll get rid of that. We're converting the car to dual throttle body instead of a quad throttle body. I'll have two big throttle bodies just like we do on the Aventador. And then all the stuff for where the turbos hang and all that stuff is all done. We had done a lot of it out of piping. Now we have most of the parts all getting 3D metal printed. So those are actually at the metal printers right now. First set of some of the parts is done. It'll be here this week. And then we start bolting everything back on and get ready to give this boost.
Wow. So the real trick right now is everyone's trying to unlock the ECUs.
Yeah, there's one thing. You can unlock the ECUs, but if you don't have any of the function ramen, the damos, the data, anything
I like ramen.
on this car, you're not going to be able to do shit. And the biggest problem with this car is the map sensors. So even if you try to piggyback this car, yes, can you piggyback it? Can you put something in there to make it think it's doing it right? Yeah, you could trick the map sensors to think what it's doing factory, but it's not the right way to do shit. That's not what I want to do, and I don't want to advertise my kit until the car is on the dyno doing pulls, and I could put a 60 to 130 time. Because
Sick.
that's what.
Have you
that's
had
why
any
we haven't-
issues?
with what?
The Revolto.
My car's been fine, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's just
A
done.
lot of people are having problems.
Like what?
Well, a friend of mine said that he was having problems with his car a lot. He's had a couple of transmissions, had an engine leak, had a new engine put in. I've heard that from lots of people.
I mean, I know a couple people that have had it. My car, luckily, hasn't had it.
So you've looked like nothing's leaking whatsoever.
My car's been pretty dry, and honestly, man, I've put
Pretty dry or dry?
It's dry. It's dry.
Okay, there's a
No,
difference.
It's dry.
You know, when you're like, she's pretty dry, and then there's pretty wet.
I put 1,800 miles on this thing already.
1,800?
Yeah.
That's it?
No,
yeah,
you
need
more. I didn't drive
you need to
from
catch
Canada.
up, man.
Yeah,
you need
I
to
know.
catch up.
But I put 1,800 miles. I mean, you know how I drive, so I drive
mellow.
like you. Mellow.
Pretty, it's like jewelry.
Yeah.
It's also very sharp.
He's just got back.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well,
what are these?
these are your turbos.
These are my turbos?
These are your turbos.
These look different.
Yeah, because they got redone. So when we're
What'd you do to the old ones? You wrecked the old turbos?
No, you wrecked the old turbos.
Whoever
crashed into your car actually wrecked the old turbo.
Oh, is that what it is?
100%. It can't be anything else. It was a turbo on that side.
Yeah.
And the intake was blown off that side because
The back of my car had a challenge.
Yes, exactly. Some asshole challenged the car, and then it challenged one of the fins on the turbos. So I guess when he hit
Sharp
you,
today, boy. I'm sharp today.
I guess when he hit you and the whole intake area broke off, it broke off the snout of this for sure. The car was still running when he hit you, and it must have caught something because one of these compressor wheels, this thing was literally folded back, like completely.
That's crazy. It's actually, these things are really sharp.
They're very sharp and they're very thin.
Yeah.
And if you literally accidentally touch them in the wrong way, you'll bend them.
Huh.
Like they bend very.
Good thing they're my turbos and not Dave's turbos.
Very easily.
Dave touches everything in the wrong way.
This one we're assembling. As you can see, I took all the stuff and I got it all ceramic coated. So all your old parts have been all ceramic coated. All the intercoolers and everything were ceramic coated.
What am I leaning on?
Another turbo.
Oh, just
yeah. Maybe you don't want to bend this one.
I'll try not to.
This is the other one. So they got shipped out. They got redone, rebalanced, everything, and now we're gonna put them back together.
Damn.
And that's basically where we're at right now.
Is that the motor?
That's the motor. That's the trans. Trans is in. Motor's on the subframe. We just cleaned the subframe.
It's crazy. What's up, Franco?
Hey.
Dude, it's crazy how small this engine is.
Yeah, that's pretty small.
Like when you think about it, like compared to the V12s in these things, or even the V12 and the twin turbo F12,
Yeah.
like you can see a lot of the motor now that we've removed.
Those are big. This thing's
The accessories and stuff around it. It's a big motor. Like
it's a huge motor.
If you remove the trans, this thing is tiny. This thing is only from here to here.
The V12 is almost as big as this
whole thing.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's just shocking because I don't get.
I mean, it is a 6.5 liter V12, so
Correct.
motor.
And what is this? Just a 4 liter?
4 liter, yeah.
4 liter V8.
Yeah.
With everything that you guys have to do to this right now, right? Reassembly, all new fluids, break-in oil, because this is now, the motor went back,
It's gonna
right?
happen 3 times.
Right.
We're gonna have to change the oil 3 times.
You do it 4 times for me?
4 times.
One extra 4?
We'll put regular
We're putting 4 times or
what we'll
4
do is,
times,
oh my
or
God.
what are we doing?
This way.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do non-synthetic, just regular mineral oil. We'll start it, we'll let it get the temp, and then we'll flush it, and then we'll change the oil filter, make sure there's nothing bad in there, and then we're gonna put another new oil filter, run it on there for a little bit. I'll put it on the dyno and just do some small little tuning stuff just so we can get it drivable. Once it's drivable, no full passes, then I'll tell you to come pick it up. You'll put like another 300 miles on it. We'll flush it one more time.
That's what we did with the F12.
Yeah, we'll flush it again, and then we'll flush it again, and then once it's got like 1,000 miles on it, whatever, we'll put some synthetic in it, and then we'll start pushing it. On 91, it'll make probably like 850, 900 horsepower, and then
That's
from
fast.
E85, it'll go,
Higher.
1,200, 1,300.
I could put Ignite Red in here.
You can put Ignite Red all day long.
That's what I run in the F12.
Oh, that's what I
The
love.
F12 and my BMW are both tuned for that, so I have that sitting around the shop.
Yeah, Ignite Red
114. What's the current process getting this ready to go back in that hole? Well, probably not that hole, but
we're gonna assemble the turbos. We'll probably have those assembled tomorrow afternoon sometime. Yeah, as you can see, these just came back from powder coating, all fresh. I got it all wrinkle black. It looks really nice. We got all the
because race car.
yeah, we got all the piping wrinkle black. We got the intercoolers done in wrinkle black. Basically, all this stuff is pretty simple. This is gonna go straight back in once we install the turbos and the downpipes. It'll go in one piece into the car. The only other thing that we have
comes out from under the car.
yeah, from under.
Doesn't actually go in through any of that
No,
stuff.
it's gonna go back up. We're gonna put the car in the lift. We're gonna lower the car onto the subframe, bolt everything up, and then go from there. So the only other thing aside of that is we're changing some stuff around with the cooling for this car. So
Why?
because I'm adding a chiller on this car.
Oh, chiller.
Yeah.
I thought I had a chiller.
No, it had extra heat exchangers, but I'm gonna get rid of the heat exchangers. We had split the system on this car, so it had its own tank. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of the heat exchangers, and we're gonna run a chiller on it, so it'll be nice and cold. One side of the heat exchanger gets AC freon in and out, and then the same way, the water goes in and out of it. So it freezes the water, comes into the tank. We store it in the tank because the reason you want to store it in the tank is if you're, let's say, doing a half-mile race with this car, you want to have close to 5 gallons of water stored, cold water stored, because when you get on full throttle, obviously the AC compressor shuts off. So,
really?
Yeah, so that's why we always put a nice big tank in it, so you have that, you know, reserved cold water in there. And then once you start cruising again, AC compressor will kick back on. So if you're just cruising around driving, it'll be freezing cold, and then you'll get on it a few times. You can use all that water left in your reservoir, and then again, when you're cruising, it'll start chilling it.
Replenishes it.
Yeah, it replenishes it.
So it's pretty interesting.
It works cool. And this car
cool.
actually has some really nice AC condensers. We're probably gonna see if we could add 2 Spall pusher fans on it, just to give it a little more airflow. And then we're gonna tie in everything to the water tank. You'll get rid of the heat exchangers, so your intake temperatures will be cold as shit.
Sweet.
And now it has a new clutch, so hopefully if the clutch holds a little more, we can give it a little bit more jam up top. So
Wasn't slipping before, at least.
no, but I stopped making power.
Ah,
Started
you stopped
slipping.
at 13.
Yes, I stopped and
So
pulled
you think
back
you could do more than 1300?
easily. These turbos are good for 1500 wheel. So these turbos,
More than the twin turbo F12? That would be psychotic.
these turbos right here on a GTR, they do 1500 wheel. On a Skyline
That's
GTR,
it?
they do 1500 wheel.
I thought like every GTR does like
No, but
3000 now.
These turbos, these internally gated Zona turbos in this size do 1500 on a GTR. So it should easily be able to do it.
look like that are the good turbos that do big horsepower?
No, those are huge. You don't need that. That's more than enough.
Hey man, I didn't ask. Just I'm asking for a friend, Dan
I don't
Rue.
think we have a clutch out yet that could handle more than that. We're hoping that this thing, listen, I made 13 something on this car, remember?
I don't know. I don't remember. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
That feels like a different lifetime.
Yeah, maybe it was. It was
Like at some point you moved
yeah, I did.
since we had the car running.
This
So
is a different world now. But yeah, we made like 1300 or something on this car, and then I started seeing, you know, the clutch slip, so we pulled back. We ended up at least, I think like 1250 or something like that. I pulled it back to, and that was because the clutch was slipping. So this clutch has different material. It has more plates and more clutch plates in there, so it should hold more. So hopefully it holds enough to be able to freaking hold at least 1400 horsepower. That would be pretty cool.
that would be really cool. Freaking good to see this car. I forget I own this car. And when I say that, I don't lease this car. I actually own it. I own this car outright. That's kind of the end result of what happened after the last little small challenge I had. This thing's crazy though. Like, look at the size of this wing. I bet we could probably stand on this.
No, don't stand on it like that. No, okay, yeah, over there you can.
I'm 200 pounds. I say for every 1 pound you can stand on this thing is 1 mile per hour.
Okay, stop. I can hear stuff cracking, please stop.
What is your problem?
I don't want to break this car, please, man.
You already broke it. That's why the motor's out.
Oh my God, dude. Jesus Christ.
People like it when I come here and bust your balls because apparently nobody else does. So I got to come here. How much is that watch of yours? How much is that?
Retail was like $38,000.
$38,000 to tell time?
It's the 50 time.
God, look how humble I am.
Yeah, very humble. The guy wears the Richard Mille to me about a $38,000 watch.
I don't have any watches. Sold them all. I'm going broke,
I don't
Alan.
have any watches either, but I got rid of all of them. This is my only watch.
Is it really? No. See? Well, Dan, the 720 GTR sure does look sick. Everybody's ready for it to come back to the streets, slay some tires, put on a show. Well, the time has come. We are discussing twin turboing the SVJ. Listen, I know, you guys love it NA. I love it NA. However, there are levels to this and we need to up the level. We need to up the game. So Alex has been working on this for a long time. In fact, I actually gave Alex a $68,000 deposit like almost 3 years ago for the twin turbo SVJ. So maybe it's time we actually cash in my dividends that you owe me on that. Instead of me buying you watches.
Yeah, that's what I use it for. Yeah, we changed a bunch of stuff around. Like,
by the way, we just bust each other's balls for the pussies on the internet who don't get that. Alex and I are good buddies. He's actually one of the only shops that I still work with because he doesn't just use me for the clout, and I don't just use him and ask for free. I actually pay for, don't I?
Yes, sir.
I've sent you hundreds of thousands of dollars. So
That's how I bought my watches.
speaking of jewelry though, like your watch actually being machined, this is beautiful. And this is what I think we need to put in the SVJ, you guys. I think it's time we line something up with Alex to twin turbo the SVJ. And I think the Revolto for now, while you do the development, because let's face it, the real development's gonna be like what, 6 months, 8 months?
Yeah, we gotta do everything on my car, man. We gotta drive my car, we gotta test everything on my car, make sure everything's good. We don't know what's gonna happen with the electrical system in that car, with the hybrid stuff, so.
You're at step one of where you were with this, and it's been 3 years, and now you're confident with all this, so it's gonna take a couple of years.
Yeah, we made a lot of changes on this kit. We built a few cars, and then we changed a bunch of stuff. It's always like that. The first one is not what you end up with, so we changed a lot of stuff.
Like women.
Yep. I guess. Placements of the turbos, size of the turbos, the way we did the waste gates and stuff like that, the discharge pipes we changed. Now we're finally at where we're happy with everything. We've simplified a lot of the stuff that we were doing. We've changed the coolant reservoir from what we originally did. We've changed the water tank from what we originally did. So everything's been completely changed on this kit, thanks to a few of our customers, actually 1, 2, 3, and the one crazy guy from New York who has literally annihilated the living shit out of this car. He's been our test dummy, basically, and there isn't anything this guy has not put this car through. This guy's nuts, bro. Full-blown cold start, like 20 degrees outside, and he just he just sits in it, revs the out of it, and just goes 200 something miles per hour straight for like 15 minutes. He's a nutcase. So he also did that with no water in the intercooler and no water pump. What? Yeah, bro. He is the definition of a nutcase. So he has broken his second transmission now.
He broke it?
Yeah, he broke second gear.
What? Oh, second gear.
Yeah.
Ironically, it's always second gear.
Second gear and on one of them, and third gear on the other.
Is the braking a second gear? Is that because you're in first, right? And it's the first gear you're shifting into, and it's getting all the torque and all the beans?
It's mostly that. Second, most of the second gears are like 2 pieces, so that doesn't help.
The gear's 2 pieces?
Like the way they've been put together.
Okay.
So just like Datsun does the Huracan stuff, they change it into like a 1-piece gear instead of like a 2-piece. Dude, the material and the way these gearboxes are not made for 1700 wheel horsepower.
Is that what it's making?
That's what this car made. Wow. This car, last time we were out in New York, put down 1586, 1590 on our Mustang. That reads like almost 200 horsepower less than a dyno jet. So,
jeez. Well, for me, like, listen, for me, I don't need 1 million horsepower, right? I just need 999,000.
That's fine.
You thought I was gonna say I didn't need a lot.
Yeah.
Could we just make my car make us say 1500 and I could go around and decimate?
If we do rods and pistons, yes. The only problem with making 1500 horsepower, as we've learned on this car, is the gear sets. So if we're gonna do 1500 horsepower, we gotta build the trans and we gotta build the motor.
Is it done yet?
No, what?
My car.
No, it's not done yet. What the f?
I think I'm gonna stop asking, obviously, if we should do this or not. I'm just gonna make it happen. So we'll make it happen with Alex, twin turbo the SVJ.
Got it.
Gears, built motor, 1500.
Yeah.
And then I go and I decimate Dan
motor.
Root and his loud mouth.
With what? His GTR?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
His GTR is slow.
Everybody has a GTR.
I know, everybody.
I even got
It's
one.
even more.
Even I have one.
I know. I don't know what's going on with you.
I don't know.
Might be the end of our friendship. Just joking. I thought about getting one of these, and the irony, dude, the irony that you have one sitting here. So look, the dream was to get a black series, right? I mean, they're so insane. But then what am I going to do? I'll be scared. I'd be scared to hack it up. What if I just get one of these and hack this up? Is it got a good transmission?
Yeah, it's got a DCT.
Really?
Same thing as the DCT that was in your F12.
No way.
Yes, sir. Same clutch.
This could be really cool, right?
Yes, especially with some snails.
What?
Yes. Snails.
So you take the 6.3.
If you don't boost it, not gonna happen. You shouldn't buy it.
Okay.
So we can end the conversation right there. If you're not gonna turbo it, then I'm walking away.
Dude, I'm down to turbo anything. You know me. I just like them. I think they're a really cool car. They've aged well. The doors go up, which is insane.
This is one of my favorite Benzes, honestly. I take this over a new Black Series any day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the new cars, to be honest.
Yeah, the new cars. This thing is so OG, and the freaking long ass. It's the German Viper, bro.
It is the German Viper.
This is the German Viper, my friend.
And it's honestly, which is kind of insulting to them.
Yeah.
Because Vipers are
yeah.
But this is like, this car is...
ACRs are pretty cool.
Yeah, they're still compared to the build quality of this.
Oh yeah, build quality wise, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Track wise, ACRs and Vipers are pretty sick.
ACR is quick on the track,
Yeah.
but it's built like
Yes.
It's like somehow they use duct tape instead of scotch tape when they put it together.
It is built like this is a German quality Viper right here.
This is a sick car. I should look at getting one of these because they're not expensive. I mean,
regular one.
in the context of like the we're playing with, but like
Black Series is very,
750,
very expensive.
750 to a million.
To a million, yeah.
These are cool.
They're really cool.
Do you guys want to see me build one of these? Maybe I go
I think
AMG,
this would
man.
be unbelievable for your channel. I think it's a cool. And if somebody doesn't,
I have to
think
do a
this
GT3
car's cool,
kit.
Yeah.
Big
You don't think
wing,
this
wide
car's
body.
cool, you're whack as shit.
Hack it the up.
Yeah, that's why you get a regular one.
How much power can we make? At least 1,000?
On a stock motor, this car will make 900.
What?
Yes. On the 85.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Ignite Red?
Ignite Red, maybe 920.
And just more guaranteed not to blow up.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You put a big chassis mounted wing, GT3, wide body, stance it out.
It's a
Wheels.
motor, dude. Billet
Really?
internals. Yeah, it's pretty motor.
Motor, trans, make it shift faster.
The
Does
clutch
it shift
is
quick?
It shifts very quick.
Really?
Yeah. And we could tune the DCT on this car, so that's easy.
This is cool.
And the best part is, again, Cybex makes a full plug-and-play standalone for this thing, for the 6.3s. So you would have...
Wait till Dave hears that. Standalone.
Yeah.
He loves it when you say that.
Dave doesn't even know what a standalone is. He
Do me a
can't even
favor.
stand by himself.
He actually can. He's on a plane right now trying to get here.
He's sitting, he's not standing.
He's late. Say boost for me.
Boost.
That's not how you normally say it. Let me down here, Alex. I think I should get myself an SLS to build if you guys are down. Do an AMG build.
Yes.
You and I, we could do something dumb with this.
Yes, very dumb. Extremely dumb. This is a cool car.
All right.
I'm all for
Yeah, me too.
And this time I get to build it the first time.
Okay, deal. What do you think the ETA is to getting the 720 back? They're asking not
For you to drive around and break it in? Probably.
Yeah.
Hopefully by
2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah. That's not counting this week.
You got this.
Yeah, I got it.
Well, you guys, soon this will be back in there and we will be on the streets, ripping it, having fun. Hey, look, I appreciate your patience. I also want you to understand, I didn't choose to have my car ran into and then have to go through all this. It's just the hand I was dealt. And at the end of the day, we didn't know that the motor was hurt, so we had to redo everything. It just takes time. Alex and the team here are super swamped, they're busy, but also understand I'm a paying customer. I don't come here, I don't ask for free shit. I'm in line like everybody else. Before you know it, this thing will be back on the road and we will be on to the next project, which by the sounds of it, I really do want to see through the twin turbo SVJ project. This car is one of the best cars, one of the best platforms. Just imagine, you add some snails to it, you keep a little bit of that high-pitched V12 sound, also get the turbo sound. It is the best of both worlds. Alex has been working really diligently on making it a twin turbo kit that's going to be reliable, but with big power. So stay tuned. I think we'll be doing that in 2025 as well. I'm leaving.
All right, I'm gonna leave too. I'm gonna
Get
go
well.
sleep. Thank you.
Order the twin turbo parts.
I will.
I'll get an SLS or something.
Okay, cool. Get me an SLS.
Every time I come here, I spend more money.
That's the whole point.
Oh my gosh, Alex. Okay, guys. Alex is gonna order the twin turbo parts. This thing's gonna be done in, well, he said 2 weeks. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna now bug him every day for 2 weeks and get that car out of here. Then we can start on the next thing.
Try Fume today, and if you order the Journey Pack now using my code tryfume.com/DDE, you'll get a free Fume topper and awesome accessory to level up your experience. Go to tryfume.com/DDE or scan the QR code on screen.